Freddie Roach is one of the most respected trainers in boxing history. Known for shaping champions like Manny Pacquiao, Miguel Cotto, and Marvin Hagler, Roach has spent decades inside the ring studying fighters at the highest level. But for all the praise he's given over the years, there are also fighters he openly disliked working with, fighting against, or even watching. Whether it was because of attitude, lack of discipline, dangerous habits, or clashing egos, these boxers left a lasting negative impression on one of boxing's greatest minds. Today, we look at the 6 boxers Freddie Roach hated the most. Not out of jealousy, but out of hard-earned experience. 6. Adrien Broner. Freddie Roach never hid his frustration with Adrien Broner. To Roach, Broner represented wasted potential. He believed Broner had elite natural talent, fast hands, and the physical tools to become an all-time great. What Roach couldn't stand was Broner's lack of discipline and refusal to grow as a fighter.
And that's the odds that De La Hoya was favored by. Whitaker wild and then runs into a left hook from De La Hoya.
In Roach's eyes, Broner was more focused on fame, money, and social media than on improving his craft. Roach often criticized Broner for fighting defensively when the moment demanded aggression. He believed Broner fought not to lose, rather than to win. That mindset irritated Roach deeply, because he values fighters who take risks and challenge themselves. Broner's tendency to...
And the problem, bro, for bet organization. Adrien Broner
to blame losses on judges instead of taking responsibility also rubbed Roach the wrong way. For Roach, boxing is about honesty, being honest with yourself about your flaws. He felt Broner never did that.
De La Hoya, that one rocked Whitaker back. Another left hook by De La Hoya, and Whitaker felt that. Whitaker seemed to have...
Instead of evolving, Broner stayed stagnant while the sport passed him by. That frustration is why Roach never had patience for Broner's career choices. 5. Amir Khan. Despite briefly working together, Freddie Roach's relationship with Amir Khan was complicated. Roach admired Khan's speed and athleticism, but he strongly disliked Khan's defensive weaknesses and refusal to fully commit to fixing them. Roach repeatedly warned Khan about his fragile chin and poor positioning, but felt his advice was ignored. What bothered Roach most was Khan.
Well, he is opening up in southpaw fashion, so remember we said, and Oscar has said all along, he had
Khan's confidence in his own invincibility. Roach believed Khan relied too heavily on speed and combinations while neglecting defense. In Roach's view, that was a recipe for disaster, and history proved him right with Khan's...
Didn't see a flash of heads. I believe that's from a right hand. Scar tissue.
Repeated knockout losses. Roach also disliked Khan's impatience. He felt Khan chased big fights too quickly without building the necessary foundation. To Roach, boxing is a long-term craft, not a sprint. Khan's career choices frustrated him because Roach could clearly see the dangers coming before they happened. In the end, Roach believed Khan never truly learned from his mistakes, which made their partnership unsustainable. 4. James Kirkland. Freddie Roach openly called James Kirkland one of the most frustrating fighters he ever encountered. Roach believed Kirkland had incredible physical strength and natural aggression, but absolutely no discipline. Kirkland's reckless
violent fan that time, and the clubbing George Foreman continues to build up points as he whacks away at the head.
Fighting style combined with poor defense made him extremely dangerous, not just to opponents, but to himself. Roach hated how Kirkland relied purely on toughness instead of skill. He believed Kirkland absorbed unnecessary punishment and refused to box intelligently. For a trainer who values strategy,
it's just going to be long. Holding every time to my honey.
Strategy and longevity, Kirkland's approach was unacceptable. Roach also criticized Kirkland's inability to listen. He felt Kirkland ignored instructions mid-fight and fought purely on emotion. That kind of stubbornness drives trainers crazy.
From Whitaker, a terrific combination by Whitaker.
But as the fight progresses, that's going to be something to watch.
Crazy, and Roach had no patience for it. To Roach, Kirkland symbolized a fighter who confused bravery with intelligence, and paid the price for it. 3. Antonio Margarito. Antonio Margarito earned Freddie Roach's dislike, for obvious reasons. The hand wrap scandal permanently damaged Margarito's reputation, and Roach never forgave it. Roach believed Margarito's success was built on intimidation and physical abuse rather than skill, and the scandal confirmed his worst suspicions. Roach was vocal about the danger Margarito posed to other fighters. He believed Margarito crossed a line that should never be crossed in boxing. For Roach, boxing is brutal.
And De La Hoya has had an extremely sluggish round here in the 9th. And De La Hoya...
He looks fatigued
enough without cheating. Beyond the scandal, Roach disliked Margarito's one-dimensional style. He felt Margarito relied on pressure and durability instead of...
against that Ron Lyle. Both of those guys, I think there were 8 knockdowns in the first few rounds.
Technique. That made him dangerous, but not respectable in Roach's eyes. Once trust is broken in boxing, Roach believes it can never be repaired, and Margarito was never forgiven. 2. Mike Tyson. Freddie Roach had immense respect for Mike Tyson's talent, but strongly disliked his behavior and lack of discipline. Roach believed Tyson could have been the greatest heavyweight of all time.
And he's proving it again here. Look at this toe-to-toe. What have I got to do to get this guy? It's a nice right hand by Mike, but he's not bowing.
Time if he had stayed focused. Instead, Tyson's personal demons and chaotic lifestyle ruined his prime years. Roach disliked how Tyson
to him about it. There's a little swelling under the left eye now of Mike Tyson.
Still beating Tyson to the punch, Ray.
Abandoned fundamentals once he left Cus D'Amato's guidance. He felt Tyson stopped listening, stopped learning, and relied purely on intimidation. That frustrated Roach because he saw brilliance being wasted. Roach also criticized
a problem for Mike Tyson opponents in the past.
And I would question the stamina of Buster Douglas at this kind of pace, Larry, but again, he is...
Tyson's tendency to mentally quit when fights became difficult. For Roach, true champions push through adversity. Tyson's emotional collapses disappointed him deeply. To Roach, Tyson was a tragedy, not because of losses, but because of unrealized greatness. 1. Floyd Mayweather Jr. At number 1 is Floyd Mayweather Jr. While Roach...
Good body shot by both. Good action by both. You're getting caught for every...
acknowledged Floyd's brilliance, he strongly disliked Floyd's defensive-first mentality. Roach believes boxing should be about engagement, risk, and entertainment. Floyd's safety-first approach clashed with everything Roach stands for. Roach
in the clinches for Molly. Started the fight rough. I mean, this was the way he was going to take the rhythm from Floyd.
Jab by Madonna.
Criticized Floyd for avoiding unnecessary danger and choosing opponents carefully. While effective, Roach felt it lacked courage. He also disliked Floyd's trash talk and ego, believing it overshadowed his true skill.
Perez hurt on a right to the ear. Perez is standing right in front of him for 3 rounds. 3-0, 30-20.
Despite this, Roach admitted Floyd was one of the smartest fighters ever. But respect doesn't equal admiration. Roach values warriors, not technicians who minimize risk. That philosophical difference is why Floyd tops this list. Outro. Freddie Roach's opinions are shaped by decades inside.
Floyd should stop boxing. Mayweather comes in and he gets... As I say that, the real hard punch lands.
Inside boxing's harshest realities. He doesn't hate fighters personally. He hates wasted talent, cheating, stubbornness, and fear. These 6 boxers represent everything Roach believes holds fighters back from true greatness. Love them or hate them, one thing is certain. When Freddie Roach speaks, The boxing world listens.